Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre here. And tonight I thought I would give you a catch up with the Superstar Baseball League Season 23. We are in the playoffs at this time, so I just wanted to give you a little bit of a recap. As the regular season ended, the New York Yankees got the wild card in the American League, and Philadelphia got it in the National League. The Yankees went on to face Baltimore in the best of three and beat them in two to move on. And Atlanta, the Phillies went over to face Atlanta, and Atlanta beat them in three, so Atlanta moved on also. During the regular season, we have some processes for MVPs, Cy Young, and everything. The MVPs are done, and Harry Wright was the MVP in the American League this year, and Lou Gehrig in the National. Lou Gehrig in the National, you say? Well, that's funny. No, this is an all-star. These are all-star teams, so they could be in any leagues that they want. I thought one of the interesting things was that Alex Rodriguez won the home run race in the American League this year. The second year in a row he's won it, but last year he won it in the National League. So he switched leagues, and he's won it in both. So anyway, the playoffs commenced. We are, as I said, the wild card games are over. We're in the division playoffs now, and all of the series have played 3 games. It's the best of 5. And so in the American League, we have Detroit facing the wild card Yankees. And in their first game, the Yankees took Detroit 6-4. And some of their big boys are starting to wake up a little bit, and that's scary, like Jimmy Fox and Barry Bonds and Huey Jennings, their shortstop and everything. Then the next game was a real doozy. The Tigers only had 2 hits. The Yankee pitchers kept the Tigers down to 2 hits, and the Tigers won 1-0 on a solo home run by Shawn Green to tie the series up at 2. So that was a pretty exciting game there. Then we gone on here, and then had another one in game number 3. Detroit and the Yankees went to 10 innings before the Yankees pulled it out with a 7-6 victory. So the Yankees they're in the driver's seat now, and with being up 2-1 in the best of 5. So we'll have to see what happens the next time we play. In the other American League Division Series, Division 2, faced the LA Angels, who won the division, facing Boston, who was second place in the division. And in there, let's see what we got here. In the first game, the Angels came out and got a 4-2 victory to go up 1-0. I remember some of the highlights of that one. And then we got, then in game number 2, it's still in LA, and Boston came away, stole one, and got a 6-4 victory to tie the series at 1 apiece. Then the series moved to Boston, and it was another close one, but the Angels come away with a 2-1 victory to be leading that division series 2-1. Okay, so now we're going to move over to the National League in the Division 1 over there. Faces the San Francisco Giants, who snuck into the playoffs right at the end, the second year in a row that they just made it into the playoffs, facing San Diego Padres, who was the winningest team in the NL this year. And then let's see what we got going here. In the first game, the Giants used their big bats and won deep, I think 4 times in that game to get a 9-5 victory over the Padres. Then a surprising showing by them. Then in game number 2, the Padres were determined not to be embarrassed again, and they came back with a 8-4 victory to tie it up in 1 game apiece. Then along comes game 3, and the series moved to San Francisco for 2 games, and the Giants pleased their fans by getting a 4-3 victory, and they are up 2-1 in the division. And then in Division 2 in the National League sees the St. Louis Cardinals, the division winners, facing the Atlanta Braves. And in the first game, let's see what we can find. Look down here. The first game, Atlanta came back late in the game and got a 4-3 win over the Cardinals. And a surprising win. Cardinals are a real strong team. So then we got into game 2 in Atlanta. Came back and they got a 2-0 victory over St. Louis. So they stole both games in St. Louis. Now the series is moving to Atlanta, and the Cardinals hung on, saved elimination by winning 3-1. I think there was always a lot of heroics, but one of the heroics for Atlanta was in games 1 and 2 of the Atlanta St. Louis series. David Justice hit pinch hit home runs in either like the 8th or the 9th inning to either tie the game up or win the game for Atlanta. That was some pretty big heroics. Well, that's where we are. We're in the playoffs now. This is Superstar Baseball, season 23. Like I've said before, if you'll be interested in our league, send me an email, w.thornton5@verizon.net, and let me know. If you would like to get a copy of our rules, we're going to be making some changes at the end of this season. Let me know and I'll email you a copy there. And if you're interested, you don't have to be present to play every game. We can play via Skype. We can play, we have a Discord channel and things like that. So thank you everybody for stopping by, and go down there and hit that like button. I know things have been on the channel have been pretty slow lately with me being sick, and now the holidays are here, kind of taking up my table space. So I appreciate everybody, appreciate all my supporters. Take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.